Loot.bet, made for live betting.
And welcome back, everybody, into our second map, Mirage. Illuminar, overpass was theirs from the get-go. 11-4 in the half, winning the first pistol. Kind of getting close at the end, you know, 16-10, of course. A lot tighter than one would have imagined it going overall. But it is now Mirage. It is a map that Illuminar have played in the past. Might not have been as extensively played by them, but certainly they've won against Vex, if nothing else, in recent times. As for Gambit youngsters, well, things are a little bit different, right? Things are certainly going to be a little bit shakier. Leaving overpass behind them at a loss like that, even as young as they are impressionable, and there is a chance it might linger with them for the early start of Mirage. And if that is the case, I fear Illuminar having the same start again.
That's the thing, right? Gambit as well, as they're going to be starting on their T side, whilst it is, again, a better beginning for them. We know how good Illuminar can be. We know how good they're going to come into this series like. So, yeah, this is going to be a very tough map for the side of Gambit youngsters to win. They're already out onto the A bomb site, though. Pretty standard pistol round, one that we don't see all too much in recent times. A lot of players, a lot of teams going toward B, but want to be able to find the first. Reach with a little trade out. Super does find one, but bomb is planted. They, of course, do not have a defuse kit. Gone for the Kevlar instead. Oscarish does have one that is ready to pick up, though, and there's Reets. Innocent already onto the flank. Simple shut down. Shiro last man. And seems like pissed around is not going to escape Illuminar. They're starting as well as they did on the overpass.
Yeah, at least not for the moment. Shiro. Can he do anything at all? I mean, he has the P250, right? But yeah, he's going to be saving the Kevlar. Realizes perhaps it would be foolish to even try a 1-on-4. 1-0 as Illuminar take it in the pistol again. And once more, a great start. And I have to say that I fear like my words might reign true a little bit for Gambit youngsters, right? That losing overpass as much as they did, and yes, making a valiant comeback, but the way they lost the rounds they did. Oscarish, 1-on-3, one too many times being taken. And then in the end, that 4K that he pulled off, that was even better than anything else. The point is, Gambit youngsters, they know this is elimination, and perhaps the nerves are finally racking up and taking its toll, or taking it toll on the rounds themselves in the game.
Yeah, that's the thing that we've never really seen from this side. They've been quite the stable squad, been quite the...
I mean, 3-0 in the groups.
Exactly. They've looked like an incredibly solid side. The fact that we haven't seen them on Mirage more than once as well makes this a lot better, but Supra, nice first kill at least to trade back one, but it's already down to a 4-on-3. The damage has been inflicted already, although Supra and Axile...
Oh, wait a second.
They find themselves two, put them into a perfect position now. Bomb is planted. Stomp down to the scout. Will upgrade into the M4. Was going to say eventually it'll be all down to Reach, but oh boy.
Okay. I guess we're going down that ladder again. Back to a 1-on-2.
Looking like it, yeah.
Another clutch coming out for Illuminar potentially. Will it be the success of Oscarish or just a false hope said? And well, I guess false hope will be true for the moment. 1-1 Gambit youngsters win a force buy. So we're back on the regular old program, boys. Kieran, I guess we return back to our old ways. You know, first map starts off pretty classically. Oh, a good start, all that, and then we turn into Mirage, and it's an eco victory or a force buy victory full.
Of course.
Tease. Of course, as always. We're used to this by now. I'd be more surprised if it were to start again normally. But yeah.
Right, at this point, yeah, we've seen way too many force buy wins for us to be surprised by these anymore. Gambit themselves have won a fair few of those as well.
One too many.
Yeah. Illuminar, of course, have gone for the force buy as expected. Scout on Stomp, but the rest only down to pretty basic pistols. Oscar is going to get himself closely posted. Again, a corner that we've seen many teams not check. So definitely might be able to bring him some form of success, but...
Another notch in the belt, perhaps?
Potentially. Ooh, Oscarish.
Don't check it. That's the notch. They didn't check it, even though he gets only a single kill. It's more of his own mistake that he dies there with 1 kill. But look at this. Back to 2v2. You gotta be kidding me.
Oh my
Illuminar.
god,
Oh,
really?
Stompy. Oh, Stompadre. Back to 1-on-1 again. Stomp in the clutch position. Supra this time. Forced to play by himself. But this is becoming a joking matter at this point.
Really, right? Oh, Stomp.
Oh, he's gonna be juking them so hard.
Bomb's not even planted right now. He has all the time in the world. Super is going to maybe try and get toward the A site.
Oh,
Spotted,
he sees
tagged.
him.
Oh my god, the damage is good. Super. Oh, did he see him leave there? I'm not too sure whether he did. Surely got to realize now, though.
Yeah, he has to run towards a short. There is enough time for Supra to plant. That's it. 1-on-1. 4 seconds, of course, more than enough to plant. Stomp. Stomp?
It's definitely not B, buddy.
Headphones? Yeah, at this point, he would have heard the plant. I'm not sure what he was still doing there. But it is going to be a 1-on-1. And Supra at 28 HP, not exactly in a good position. Stomp, how do you win this? A Molotov in his hands. Could have actually thrown it into noob corner.
Oh, he spotted him, surely. Oh my...
No, he didn't. Oh!
Oh, I thought he didn't spot him there.
Wow.
Okay.
I am, again, another clutch round. Illuminar somehow win it. Somehow pull it back home. And another notch in the belt as well. Give Oskarish a good weapon here, not that bloody deagle. And he probably gets like 2 or 3 kills confirmed. Just a simple P250 would have done the trick, or a 5.7. But this right here. No Kevlar for Stomp. And he tags on directly.
Jesus.
Supra. Oh, man. So unlucky in that case. A reforce, obviously. An op, AKs, Galils. Actually, arguably a better buy than what Illuminar have to offer, which in this position is not too shameful. Yeah, definitely. But surely Illuminar learned from their mistakes. They didn't let another dropped round like this. Ooh.
Yeah, this game's starting
Ouch.
so weirdly Supra.
Again.
Oh,
Again.
God. Lands in the
Again.
first kill.
Oh.
Especially for the fact that they've only got a single M4 in play as well.
Yep.
In the hands of Stomp, this is not a good buy round, not compared to what some of these Gambit side players have at the moment. That AK for Exile and Supra, the AWP for Shiro, even with the Desert Eagle, it's still a better buy round at the moment. Illuminar, 55 seconds on the clock. Such a peculiar beginning to this game.
Right? It's just so offhanded. I don't know. It's weird to see this this game go like this. At least to how Illuminar were able to perform on Overpass. Surely they learned from their mistakes more than anything. Well, needing our words as usual, Kieran. 2-2 tied up. Gambit still keep 3 people alive. The op on Shiro. And a rebuy by Illuminar. Of course they will reforce. There's not really any other, there's no other choice but to reforce. I'm just wondering at this point what is going through the mind of Illuminar. They knew it was a force back by Gambit. So the adjustment should have been done correctly so for it. By the way, I have to say, I love this from Gambit. It's a simple execution, and it works usually pretty well if you go up against force buys.
It's what they need at the moment. Just some form of simple approach to a round. Oh, God. Oh, dear.
No
Damage
way.
done by Reetz. Oskarish
Oh my
as well.
God.
What are we witnessing right now? Nafani
What even?
trying to move in from stairs. It's already a 4-on-3. Yes, the damage is sort of low for Illuminar, but oh, Inter's tagged down to 28. It just goes from bad to worse for him. They might be forced to pull away. Shiro gets hit as well. Trying to transfer the AWP into the hands of Inters. They will be able to do so, but such a... What are we witnessing at the moment?
What even is this game anymore? I am not sure what exactly Gambit were thinking. I mean, they were thinking clearly into an A execution. It's a smart call. It's not a bad decision. But you need to be aware that this is going to be reinforced by your opponents, and you need to have that in your mind. And Gambit certainly didn't pay attention to it at all. Well, we're back to...
Oh my. This is that. It's gonna happen, isn't it? Shiro's got 11 HP.
Oh my god, did they win another forest? You gotta be joking me. This is...
He's gonna save the orb. Like, what else can he do?
What else can he do? This is
next
level stuff coming up. Next level stuff. I'm kind of lost for words. I don't really know what to expect anymore out of these two sides.
Seriously, right? Gambit have got a force again. Oh boy.
Well.
Oh, are they ecoing this? Okay.
It's an eco, yeah. Thank God. Oh, just pistols and... Well, just an upgraded pistol round, basically. A few Kevlars. Or just the one on Nafani. And obviously Shiro that had the op to work with the dropped, or being it dropped. Illuminar, don't joke around anymore, please. Just close out a normal round for once, for the first time in this map. Win against an anti-eco, or win with an anti-eco against pistols and Kevlar. And people might be wondering, why are we so tired of this? Well, because we've seen for the last 8 days, pretty much we've had this same scenario 8 days in a row, almost every other best of 3, and it just... It's too much.
Boring.
It's just like, come on, the trades are foolish. It's more about how poorly the teams play rather than the quality of some.
That's the thing, right? It's not good CS. It's just mistake ridden so early, and it's how teams seem to be. Yeah, that's good. It's how teams seem to be settling into series at the moment and maps. We've seen this. This seems like it's actually evolving into meta weirdly. Like, the fact that we've seen this so regularly now is not just a coincidence. Nice burst by Oscarish. Trade out by... Ooh, okay, Mono. Shiro on the AWP as well. Can't catch on to anything. 4th round for Illuminar. At least a little bit of consistency in this game now.
Finally.
Youngsters, will they go for the buy round, considering that Axile only had, like, what, 1450?
And Inter's 900, so...
Exactly. Round loss bonus, whilst it's growing, is not going to be as fruitful as they would like it to be. So, should be another eco, yeah.
It is.
Fair enough. Weirdly, they didn't force that in the previous round then if they knew it was going to be a double eco.
Yeah, I was feeling the same way, right? Because you're going to be double ecoing. As soon as you force and you lose it, or, you know, you force time and time again, you're kind of in this lost cycle that you have to double eco. Unless you plant in between and are able to get a few frags to... Oh, that nade actually flies.
That could have actually worked, right?
Yeah, Innocent actually... You know why that works? Because if he doesn't throw that nade the way he does, he is pushed. 100% Interns goes to push him to Quartz Connector, and there's a chance he dies. Instead, that nade delays the push of Interns, allows Innocent to run away. It's going to be 3v3. And an eco round like that for Gambit youngsters, that shouldn't complicate matters any further for Illuminar. 2 kills already is pretty damn much. Especially
when they've not got a lot invested into this round. You'd expect Illuminar to just walk over this one. Well, they do now, but... Yeah. Supra, last man alive, at least able to establish some decent money into the side of Illuminar, especially with Reets. Supra coming in from Connector. We'll find one. Don't discredit him yet. Don't take him out of this round.
Count him out yet, yeah.
There is 30 seconds left. There is quite a big amount of time to work with. Supra trying to push the smoke. Not going to happen. 5-2, sorry. Gambit youngsters now onto their buy round. Looking like they invest into an AWP for Shiro, right? Just because
I think so. Yeah.
They need it on this T side. Like they've... Yeah, okay, there we go. Sometimes they've shown against it of being like, yeah, we don't want to really play that T side AWP because it limits us. But then I think at this point, when the game's been so back and forward, and you know that Stomp's going to have his AWP as well, you want to buy into that. So
yeah, you want to give him the best chance, right?
Exactly,
to fight against Stomp. And well, Mono, good shutdown. Will be the entry for Illuminar, of course. Oh, this time Reeds, though, not aware of or at least not prepared for the jump out of Palace. And in a split second, 3 players fall. The round is gone. Mono and Oscar should be looking for a save. Damn, okay. That's going to be a bit of a turnaround. Certainly, Gambit not letting go of control yet. They are going to be trying to pull the result a little bit closer. Oh, I love this from Nafani. He's like, screw that.
Good.
Not going to give you an op. We don't play double. And we are certainly not going to give you to save it 1. And as I was saying, basically, Gambit, this early on this early of a ruse, this early of a wake-up call, actually helps them more than anything. Because if they're able to prevent Illuminar going for that 11 rounds, 10 rounds again, even this early on, that's all they need. That's all they need to do. Make sure that Illuminar do not get into a comfortable spot. Do not get themselves a perfect CT start again.
That's the thing, right? All they're trying to do at the moment is just prevent Illuminar from just taking a lead like they did in the previous game, because that's when they're really going to start to fall down. Gambit youngsters, we saw, even with being able to gain a couple of rounds back, Illuminar did take the victory overall. A bomb site execution to come, reach spam through the smoke. I wouldn't even sort of assist Illuminar in going for this retake right now. You've lost too many players. The A site is locked out. Bomb not even going to be planted yet, but Exile's already on the flank.
Save what you can, right?
Exactly. They're not even going to get out with too much here. Innocent. He's trying to bide his time, see whether Oscarish will peek out before him. Does at least get one. Oscarish looking for the trade. Does eventually get it, but yeah, well, there it is. 5-4 for Gambit. Illuminar, no money, down to an eco. Gambit, they'll be able to tie the scoreline off of the back of this, surely. And at least clawing these rounds back. T-side already looking good for Gambit as well. They've got sort of that minimum barrier now that they want to achieve. 5 rounds is that sort of waypoint. If you get to that, you can build off of it. Any more is really a good end to this T-side. And Illuminar should be giving them that now. Stack into window. Shouldn't provide too much. Maybe a kill if they're lucky, but yeah, a lot of damage already done.
Yeah, I mean, I like this because at least Illuminar are like, you know what, we've got USPSs. Let's go shoot through window, shoot the chicken coop. Don't care about it. You know, try to diminish the weapons as best we can. Try to put ourselves, or at least our next gun round, in a bit of a better spot, a bit of a better start. 5-5 though, tied up, and we have ourselves a true game on our hands. Something that on Overpass was never achievable by Gambit youngsters. The way they were shut down, the way they were losing every single engagement in those clutches. That's the one thing that brought them down the most, feels like. And with Illuminar actually being a little bit quiet in that department today, or in this second map, it helps them immensely. And look at this. A bit of an anti-eco. Supra holding from B house. He is smoked off, but he is going to be able to hold that position. Make sure that Illuminar did not get too much of a head start. One thing to say as well, it was both Oscarish and Reeds that started 0 and 6 and 5, right? On the Overpass. Yet they still won the half 11-4.
Yeah.
So, you know, it is a bit of a difference now. Even them having kills, it's still not enough to put Illuminar back into a great position.
Especially not on the CT side as well. Obviously, we know that Illuminar and Overpass started on T, got a very nice advantage. This time, Gambit being at least closely tied up. Knowing that if they win this round, they do break Illuminar, put them down to that eco yet again. T-side would be finding so much success. Economy, of course, a massive factor of the CT side. Reitz will pull away. Doesn't want to overstay his welcome. 35 seconds on the clock, though, looking for maybe that early swing out. But as soon as he does, they are aware of it. Super to close down Oscarish onto the rotate, but with only an MP9, he's going to need all the support that he can get right now. And Innocent, whilst he is getting close, yeah, they're not going to attempt this again either. They'll pull away, save the M4. So 6-5, Gambit youngsters taking the lead here on their T side now. Looking like, again, a much better map for them. We know that they've got a proven track record on this map. Looking to, once again, just prove that. Gain themselves a nice T-side advantage. We know what they can do when they get a lead on this T-side and look to close it in CT. Illuminar struggling on this one. Looking like we might even be sort of seeing them lose this first half, which on the CT side is never a good ordeal.
Very true, yeah. Never a good setting. But I mean, when was it the last time? And also, when was a game like this the last time decided this early on, right? I don't remember the last time we could have said,
right,
with a half like this, oh, it's certainly a team, or this team is looking better, this team is looking better, right? I do not remember that.
It's too close, yeah.
Yeah, it's too close. Every time we see matches go like this, there's only two options. The first half is traded back and forth as we are seeing it right now, and then it's basically one or the other that has the upper hand, that just takes it cleanly, or it's bloody up until the 5th, 6th overtime. And then somehow somebody wakes up and says enough is enough, closes the map.
Yeah. Seeing a lot of, I think the most overtimes that we've had in the event so far.
Yeah.
In the past few days, just because of how close that those maps have gone. What seemed like maybe 2 or 3 triple overtimes.
Yep.
As well as a fair number of maps that have ended in the first OT. This time, ooh, Stomp, lovely shot onto the head of Inters. At least guarantees an initial kill. Gets himself a rifle, no Kevlar, but he can definitely offload that to Reitz, who does have the Kevlar to work with, although might not get a chance to survive, but...
Wait.
Oh, the timing. There it is. Reitz as he rounds the corner. The offhand of that AK works out beautifully. They now spot out Axile as well. 2 further players coming in from Palace, and Stomp seems aware of it. Just waiting for the approach. Reitz finds one more. What is happening? The round is gone. It's come apart. Illuminar close it down 6-6, and they win themselves
a pistol
not an eco, but a little bit of a pistol by a couple of saved rifles, but it all started with that Deagle and Stomp. Wow, what a play that was. Okay.
I am... I mean, it pretty much my words into the rounds themselves, right? I said how back and forth it is, how every round is basically like it's each separate entity and not really decided by the fact if somebody has a buy or not. That's the scary part. And well, Reitz again opens up. Stomp is ready close range. There's 2 more players chasing him down, but he's got support from sight from Reitz and Innocent from Connector, and well, that's pretty much where it ends for Gambit, I think. Should be 7 to Illuminar. Inters and Shiro, 2 great players. 2 great fraggers. Maybe they can get away with a cheeky plant. Could win the round if they actually get onto the plant. Nice entry. Shiro, like I said, they can get away with a cheeky round here if they're going to be playing it smart, though. Shino at 15 means that 1 mistake and he's dead, leaving interns alone. 6-6. Illuminar. Smart to put the second player on A as well. If they decide to hold it, it's better to have 2 here. It gives you a much easier time controlling the angles, whilst the guy on B can either hide or play for the retake. You are at a man advantage, so you don't need to worry about that at least. Although, just as I said, Oscar is just going towards jungle. Like, really my words are a curse. Perhaps Reitz, though. What a... oh, damn, Shiro. What a beautiful adjustment there. And, like, I mean, we pointed him out in the first map. We said how he has been a staple for Gambit youngsters. With his performance, they have been saved many a times, and it certainly shouldn't be underestimated here that his skill will come into play for this second map. But alas, in a 1-on-2 with 20 seconds, he's not meant to be. Saves the op at least.
Yeah. Carries that up into the next round. Yeah, this is looking good so far for both sides, really. The half now being a lot more close than we probably could have imagined with how Gambit were undoing the economy of Illuminar. Looking good so far for Gambit youngsters. Back onto that rebuy. Pretty plentiful. Not too much utility left, but expended quite a bit. Mono inside a ladder room to hold from middle as well. There is a man toward Delpan 2 toward top of mid. Interesting as well that Shiro would be such a good player like this when when Shiro hasn't particularly proven anything in the past.
Yeah, right.
The only team that he's been on that did anything notable was the Fluffy Gangster squad of 2018. All they won was, well, I say all they won. It was a pretty good achievement. They won an offline Russian LAN from 2018, beating the old Dream Eaters squad, which actually still had Kinky Crad and Forrester in. But
that squad. Oh.
yeah, that's all he's really done though. And then obviously came into Gambit youngsters. First event I think they went to was Copenhagen Games, so has risen so well among the rest of his team as well. I mean, if we look at the squad being so young, there can't really be a lot of experience, right? Because they've not had the years to get that.
Pretty much. By the time they started playing, some people have played this game for over 15 years. So yeah,
right.
Certainly. Shiro though, I think he's the score reason why the chance is still here for Gambit youngsters. They can plant in time. Shiro maybe the second. No, stop this time. The adjustment is his. Interns in a 1-on-2 clutch round and a vital one. Gambit, if they win this, they at least have minimal difference for the half. Unfortunately, the fight will be lost as Reed stakes him out. And it is Illuminar on 8 rounds. Still having an opportunity to close it out with 9 overall. And that would be a good approximation to what we saw on Overpass. Given that Mono was popping off on Overpass pretty strongly and he was really going crazy. It's the entirety of Illuminar now. Everybody's just performing the way you'd imagine them to. And this is turning out to be a pretty slick performance by Illuminar overall. Getting back on track. The first 5 rounds were pretty shaky, but it seems like things have gotten a bit more stable from that point forward. Gambit, another execution by the looks of it. A classic one. Exile on the flank through B house.
Pretty standard. Gambit looking to then get out onto this A site already. Reitz has done well to cross over to Sandwich, though. Something that, they don't particularly seem aware of. Reitz finds 2. These angles, they're so vital on this map, but not being checked. Beautiful nade to finish off Shiro, even with the trade onto Stomp. Not looking like it's going to make any sort of difference here. Looking like Illuminar might have wrapped themselves up round number 9 to end the first half. And even with Axile's flank, looking like they're not really going to get anything out of this. And well, at least that's one way to end out the first half. Illuminar taking a slight advantage. Of course, a lot of reliance going to be down to that pistol round, giving them the chance to then make it back. But at the moment, looking like it is Illuminar that get themselves at least a nice little lead. But, I mean, 35 seconds, 2 on 4, you can never discount them, not with B-site control.
Nope.
Coincidentally, haven't rotated another man over yet. Oscar is the only man to really walk up in any sort of due course. Bomb's going to be planted, so at least giving that one up. Now the rotation comes, though. This is actually really doable for Gambit youngsters here.
Yeah, if they're able to snag the first quickly enough, they're able to delay the push through kitchen, then it can work. The second Molotov as well. Oh boy, I think this is actually doable. I think Gambit youngsters might have actually done it here. The 2 Molotovs delay the push long enough. The time is of the essence. Exile will be on the anti-flash. He will be shut down by Oscar, but time is of the essence. And enters a double. I think that's it. That confirms it. Although, it's going to be super close.
I think there's just enough time.
It is going to be super close.
Oh.
And, yep. That was less than a tenth of a second. And yet again, yesterday we saw the same position, the same kind of thing, right? A tenth of a second. Even less almost. And it goes into 9-6. Illuminar close themselves a successful half.
CT side ending probably not as good as Illuminar would have liked it to.
Oh, yeah.
But to go into the half with a 3-round lead is definitely workable. Gambit, of course, now onto their CT side needing pistol to level the scoreline, but not required. They can still come back. We know they can. 14 kills on Reach, 10 on Stomp, though. Pistol round is going to see which way this half sways, whether or not it'll be closer than expected, but of course find out after a short commercial break brought to you by the sponsor, Loot.bet.
Loot.bet. Made for live betting.
Well, we're back at it again. It is going to be our second half, and it is going to be a 9-6 successful ending for Illuminar. I think nobody can doubt them in this case. This has been a stellar performance by them, and by them truly. And if we can go by the results of the past, this is where Illuminar usually take the lead in their hands and just close the series themselves. Gambit youngsters, though, Shiro, he's got all the information he needs. It's a B-rush. Gambit youngsters have read Illuminar, at least I've heard them. Although Intez and Shiro, even
they're not even going to make it out of apps alive here.
Pretty much. No chance that they make it out of apps. No chance that they even make it out of lower or back towards mid at this point. Unless, okay, Reeds, I mean, there's nobody on mid, luckily for him, towards T-base. But what do you really do? 9-7 should be happening here.
This is Gambit's way back in now. Got themselves a very good set of rounds to come. Unless, of course, the force buys happen, which...
Oh my god, don't even...
We can't discredit.
I forbid you from talking about force buys.
Yeah,
No.
we just put a blanket ban on any discussion about force buys ever.
Like, bam. Nope, they didn't happen, ever. Don't exist. Oh, man. What a way to continue on a map, eh?
Especially with Gambit on the CT side, right? Their better side of this map.
Pretty much.
Here we go.
Well,
Gambit. They've surely got to expect Illuminar to force, right?
they have to. I mean, if they don't, then it's their loss. It's their funeral, basically. They have to expect a force here. There is no doubt in my mind they know this is a force. Because Illuminar, from what we've seen up to this point, has been nothing but forces. And, well, we certainly are seeing it yet again.
What a utility. Straight out towards the bomb site.
Oh, wait a second.
Good damage inflicted here, but Stomp.
Oh, no. Oh,
Is it actually? Was this happening all the time? And because we haven't casted like 3 best of 3 days for like a week before, did we not realize, or is this brand like?
I guess it might be the fact that we didn't have a 3 best of 3s yesterday, and we saw 2 zeros that we kind of forgot about this already, just like Daenerys kind of forgot about the Iron Fleet. But interns, a 1-on-2, he's got no kit and no chance. Yes, 10-7 Illuminar, they actually make it work.
So that happens.
That happens. I mean, well played of course, by Illuminar, and hands down to them. They succeed where you'd never think them to be able to, but Gambit youngsters, that is a shameful display, all I can say.
Yeah. I don't know whether these force buy rounds have been happening all the time since we've been commentating and we just haven't observed or haven't picked up on them because we haven't, seeing them constantly.
Yeah, true that.
But the fact that we've seen so many in the past, like 8 days, we've probably seen more eco round and force buy victories than we have, ever in the past 3 seasons of doing this.
Absolutely. Within the last week, with the best of threes. We've seen so many forces win. It's crazy to even consider it.
Yeah.
Like, it's just out of this world how weird it's all been going down for some of these teams.
That's the thing as well. I don't know whether they're not picking up on the respect of these pistols, but
I mean, I wouldn't say it's just the lack of respect for the pistols. It's a lack of understanding how to play against them more than anything. It's like, it's logical when you think about it, but then some players do have in their mind, you know what, I want to frag, I want to kill, I want to get those, I want to get an ace every round or something of the like. There are people like that. There are players like that, and we can't deny that, obviously. There are players that even in the pro scene that will go for the frag no matter what, and they will die if they have to, but they'll go for the frag. And when you drop a few tiers lower, that's going to just be amplified more so. The difference is, I think, in pro matches, right? Even if somebody goes aggro, it's usually with a good amount of support, with a good amount of utility, with obviously the rest of the players still being able to hold on to their own positions if they do lose an advantage in an anti-eco round. That's the point. Whilst in the lower tiers, there's not as much skill, there's not as much understanding, I guess. Nobody's really paying as much attention. And, well, they're losing because of it. 11-7. Gambit youngsters. Now the do or die time comes for them. It has to be another eco. There's no doubt about it. And 12-7 should be coming up without a shadow of a doubt. But I mean, I'm not going to discount them yet. A 5-7, 2 Deagles, a FAMAS. For all we know, this is a better buy than what right now Illuminar have.
that's the thing, right? We don't know what a good buy is anymore.
Pretty much.
The fact that when I checked, I think it was the Havu Gambit game. Thanks to HLTV's sort of new economy chart, they give sort of a set of details, like $0 to $5K is like an eco buy, 5 to 10 is a semi buy, anything above is like a full buy.
Yeah.
The amount of eco buys that Gambit youngsters won, I think it was like maybe 4 across a map and 7 across a series. Like,
damn.
That's crazy. That's like an insane amount of numbers, and the fact that, again, damage is done, super lands the initial kill. At least with Exile and Super Tag, they can look to take them down again, but Stomp on 8. They will try and move in toward Connector and should be able to at least get out here. Spots the first. And yeah, there we go. Do wrap things up in a normal manner. But
Nice
at least
fashion.
a lot of damage inflicted by Gambit.
Yeah, plenty enough damage already. They are giving themselves a fighting chance come the gun rounds. The money will be lackluster for Illuminar. Not exactly the best of positions to be in. But it's going to come down to this gun round. This is where Gambit have to win if they wish to have a chance to even bring back this map. Or this series, for that matter. And remember, guys, this is elimination. Whoever loses this series goes home empty-handed. They lose in the second round of lower brackets. And for Illuminar, this is the second time they're playing through the lower brackets. The first time was in the UCC Summer Smash, exactly. And they made it throughout the entirety of the lower brackets into the grand finals themselves, playing it on the 22nd of August. Against Strict, of course. Whilst for Gambit youngsters, this might be, pressure getting at them. I said how pressure will be key here. How Gambit youngsters being able to control that pressure, or the pressure they'll be under, will be key in their survival in this series. And it seems like it is getting to them at the end. Innocent, as expected, will be able to snug out Supra. A 4-on-5 A take. Shiro has to hit his shots. He has to get 2 or 3 kills, and he has to stay alive. That's the worst part of it all. If he dies... Oh, okay. I was about to say, if he dies, the round is gone.
Yeah.
And the round is gone. In turns, you don't really have anything to do. Just get the F away. That's it. Just run like the wind. And, well, Mono. We said he wasn't as loud as he was in the first map, but a hat trick here, I think, confirms our suspicion that this might just be ending soon enough.
Yeah. Getting close now for Illuminar again in this sort of position. Interesting as well that Illuminar have had to face two sort of lower bracket resurgences, obviously back in Summer Smash.
Yeah.
They actually made it to the upper bracket semi-final, lost that semi-final, which meant they went into lower bracket round 2 rather than round 1 like they did this time. So they've actually got to play one extra best of 3 than what they did in the previous, because they went into lower bracket round 2 last time.
Yeah, they went in the first round lower.
So they've got to play 3 in the lower bracket and then a consolidation final to get to the grand final. So 4 rather than 3, because obviously they beat Norderwind, Aristocracy, and Chaos.
Yes.
And then obviously face Tricked in the final. Well, now they've got to do lower bracket round 1, 2, 3, and the
Vexed
final, then the final to get there. Also, what is this round? Just a full eco right now.
Wow. Do Illuminar actually lose a full eco? Is it again happening here? Surely not. Yeah,
Okay,
surely not.
never mind.
Mono, the saving grace of the God King himself. We can see he's
Another
even
triple.
praying another hat trick. 14-7. And, well, as good as it might have looked for Gambit at one point, that's it. That's the final point here. That's the final huzzah they'll be having. They lose this round, and we are seeing a 2-0 victory almost certain from this point forward for Illuminar. A match pause, though, and we are going into a short, possibly tactical. I presume it's tactical. Has to be.
Yeah, it shouldn't be tech at this point.
Yeah.
Hopefully. But
Double up,
yeah,
though.
it's
Look
got to
at
be
this.
from Gambit right now. They've purchased that double up.
Discussing their capabilities, their possibilities.
Yeah. Illuminar, though, just looking too strong at the moment.
Looking sexy.
Yeah, they look really good.
We can say.
Looking to continue this streak of games. Unfortunate that they had to play with those 2 stand-ins with the first game. Might not have never come down to being in the lower bracket. But they're here now. They are fighting. Obviously, the winner of this series, which at the moment is looking like Illuminar, will play the winner of the Dream Eaters Havu series.
Yes. And then the loser of Heretics vs. Unique.
Yeah.
If, of course, they are able to proceed.
Yes. And then that gets the essentially entire tournament wrapped up. Only 3 best of 3s after today left.
Yep.
Getting to that decisive point. But yeah, we do see the upper bracket final, the game after this one. Unique Heretics, going to be an interesting one to say the least.
Fun one.
Stomp, however, he's gonna look to take us to this second series already by the looks of things. Shiro does trade back 1, but already down into that 4 versus 4. Quick little trade out of damage. Shiro is aware of Innocent's presence, though. He spots him already. Yeah, he's going to look...
Oh, the timing. Innocent.
Oh, Shiro just gets absolutely baited.
That is... that is going to hurt him a lot.
Innocent doesn't know it, but he's just saved his own life there.
Yeah. Deciding not to peek is vital. Goes back, and that is a lucky break there. That is very lucky break. A very lucky break. Shiro going to be boosted. Oh, I think there's a free kill for him in it. If they don't pre-fire this angle, surely there should be a free kill. But Gambit youngsters, they'll be defending A yet again. And remember what we said previously. CT control is vital. Without that, it is the end of the round. And Shiro, with this boost, I think he's going to be unpredicted and should be able to snag an advantage, right? Surely he can. I'm fairly certain at this point.
He's got a big margin of error to where like the gap is massive that he can hold from, so there's no reason to say that he doesn't hit this shot. Although, bomb is looking to be planted. Not too sure why Oscarish repositioned it. Maybe a man from short was spotted. 2 kills found. Bomb is now dropped, though. Axile able to take down Oscarish into a 2-on-2. Both AWPs, though, have to be very, very careful with this. Stomp just throws out the bomb. Not going to really do much with it. Gets scared by the body on the floor as well.
That is...
Into the 1-on-2. Stomp.
Yeah, he's dead.
Yeah.
You know what's the bad thing here for Gambit youngsters? If they lose, that's 100% certainty to GG now.
Yeah.
They can't afford to lose this round. It's as simple as that. That will the final, well, the final breath for their tournament life. Double up still in their hands though. Super on a CZ tells the story of how little money they have had left. And by the looks of it, Illuminar, they're going to be going a little bit slower. Mid control going to be established. And we have to keep in mind that Illuminar themselves are not exactly economically stable as well. So they can't really afford to lose too many or too much. Good entry, by the way, by Exile through short. I love the fact that Gambit still go for the fights, even though they are very diminished when it comes to firepower.
Yeah. Gambit. Looking like they might just have an opportunity. It is a slim one. Even with the first kill, Illuminar are nowhere near out of the round. 50 seconds on the clock, though, making their way up towards short. Bomb is there, looking like a B split. Axile playing close on this boost position. Always a good-looking spot for him to work with. Giving him the chance to strike, should be able to get at least some damage inflicted, but he's already been ratted out. Inter's on the back of the bomb site, waiting for the approach. Just trying to stay safe behind these boxes. Axile tagged incredibly, though. Shut down. Inter's finds a trade back, make it two.
He saves the round because of this, certainly.
Yeah. Even with a leg onto Nafani, they need a quick couple of kills and back, and time is of the essence. Round is gone.
Yeah. Stomp. Glass cannon can't even approach the half, or excuse me, the site. And Gambit youngsters, they can be lucky. They got it like this. The first entry was vital for them, and from that point forward, it all goes down their path. An eco round for, of course, Illuminar. They have to slow down a little bit. They're getting a bit ahead of themselves. They don't want to risk their advantage. We could see already that on overpass, at one point in time, it could have been a return by Gambit youngsters. They made it up to 10, and if that eco hadn't gone as well as it did, Gambit would have probably been able to, if nothing else, pull maybe a tie together. Oh, nice stag though, Stomp. Very accurate.
He's going to look to be that solo player again with this AWP, just trying to take a couple of kills to open the bomb sites with. This is... It's not good for Gambit youngsters because he, as long as Stomp has this AWP, he is such a nuisance. He's such a menace. Smoke down toward ramp at least, but they're already past that. They're already through ramp instead. Has to be careful though. Man on toward triple. They have boosted up towards stairs at least. Maybe a chance to strike, but surely Nafani's got a peek and provide support soon. And yeah, catches the AWP in the back. That is exactly what they needed there. Oh, Reeds does find one though. Oh, damage to a second. Trade back by Innocent. This is not done. This is not over yet. Super down to 14 points of health. He has to be so careful. They can't get a bomb plant just yet because of the players that are defending, but Oscarish with open hand. Axile underneath the stairs, spotted out. They know another man is in this vicinity. Gambit youngsters, they can't even afford to move right now just because they have players locking down every single angle.
Yeah, and if Supra dies, that's CT wide open, leaving a gap in the defense.
There we
luckily,
go.
Yeah, luckily Intens, Axel, and Supra all together chime in. And above all else, they do not lose a man at all. 14-10, we are back to a bit of a ruffled feather scenario. It is going to be a rebuy coming up for Illuminar, of course. They have themselves the SGs, the AKs. Stomp, is he only on a Deagle, as far as I can tell?
Yeah, because he saved that previous round. So.
Ah, yes, of course. He didn't receive the maximum amount of loss bonus yet. Yeah. And execution, though. Gambit youngsters, they might actually get away with this. If Gambit youngsters get the first frag, they should be able to hold this. Although Oscarish down to 10 already. But still not dead, which is a bit of a saving call here. Innocent finds one. That's the first one of many, perhaps. Supra, he's now been noted that he's close to ticket. They know he's there. Heard close by Oscarish. Supra, though, will shut down Mono. That's the start that we've been waiting for. Shiro walks into the... Reeds walks into the crosses of Shiro, of course. Exile finds one more. Stomp replies. 3v2. Stomp on the op, though. This complicates
How do they not know where he is?
Oh, this complicates matters gravely. A 2v2 retake. Innocent. No way.
Time's gone. Time is gone.
That's it. That's 15.
What?
Oh, Lord. Come on.
Innocent just lined that up perfectly.
Super dies.
Oh my god. The money's gone. 2 players cannot afford to buy.
How
it looks
did-
so good. The
how-
fact is that when
this-
Stomp gets this kill onto Shiro,
yeah.
Axel should not be facing stairs
No,
because he can
yes.
just swing from jungle.
Exactly. Like, what is Exile watching? How does Exile not pay attention to Stomp's position? Or at least the information. But it is going to be mid-push coming up from Gambit. It seems like Illuminar might be ready. Good pop flashes. It's Nefani fully blinded out as well. Yinters! Oh,
Okay.
Jesus. Interns. Still able to shut down 3, though. And, well, I think that's pretty much it for the round itself. 15-11. And this is how it should have been on Overpass, right? It should have been 15-11 instead of 16-10. Because
Yeah.
it was an eco round. Or, well, an eco round. Pistol buy-up, force-up by Illuminar that they worked with. And Gambit youngsters, they almost fell prey again. With their push through mid, it could have gone a lot worse than it did. Luckily, Interns has a steady aim. A 1-on-4, and Stomp. Does he just look to save the op, or does he actually look to do some damage?
Thing is, either way, Gambit youngsters, they have forced Illuminar down to an eco, whether they save the AWP or not. Nice shot by Stomp. He does have time and the bomb in hand as well. If he reads this well, if he goes to the correct site, which at the moment he is seeming to do, this is where things could actually get a little bit dicey. But looking at least like they have some form of safety, just with the fact of the rounds themselves. 20 seconds left. Oh, he's trying to outsmart them here, trying to get in toward that CT. There we go, Redwell. 15-11. Gambit youngsters, they are not going down without a fight here. Giving themselves, of course, another chance to prove themselves. An eco from Illuminar. But a buy to come into the next. Gambit are not out of the water yet, though. That's the thing. As soon as Illuminar are back onto that gun round, we will see them fighting for this success, fighting to close out the series. But we shall see. This round should go to Gambit.
It's what we expect, yeah. Although, Interns, if he peeks wide and is not ready, he dies. And, well, he dies. He peeks wide and he's not ready. Innocent the second.
God.
No way. Come on. You gotta be kidding me. Another pistol
Surely
buy.
not.
A 5-on-3 retake on B. Gambit youngsters exile the first. Beautiful Deagle shot. I love the decision that he pulls out the Deagle instead of the UMP. But this is still a difficult retake to do. And the afterplan for Illuminar is looking pretty slick. Reeds, close range. Nefani tag, doesn't die. Luckily, Nefani would have doubled. This is not yet the end. Gambit youngsters, I think they might succeed. A 1-on-2. Yep, they surely succeed now. They cannot fail. They cannot die, and they do not.
There we go. So much damage, though, again.
Lord almighty. And that was pistols and Kevlar. Imagine if there were 2 AKs in the hands of Illuminar. Imagine having 2 rifles to work with. That could have gone so differently.
Yeah.
15-12. Full buy. Here we go.
The fight is on. The fight is on. Gambit youngsters. They take this round, essentially. They make themselves not only a 13th, but surely a 14th as well. So it comes down to the fact that, again, Gambit, they are trying to force out this overtime potential. We know they've done it twice, 3, 4 times before. We know what they're capable of. So we shall see. AWP for Shiro going to be holding the cross. It looks like a straight execution. Reet's already dead. Looking like at the moment, Gambit youngsters hold that advantage, but they've been locked out of the bomb site. Not that it matters. They're finally to take down Oscarish, and well, they're already into a 3-on-5. Bomb is looking to be planted at least to draw out the time, but This retake is going to be so much easier for Gambit now that they've got these couple of kills. There's no apartments flank to come, but they at least have the manpower to do this, and well, time is of the essence.
All coming from kitchen, though, which is the scary part.
Yeah.
Oh, the lineup. There's the first. There's the second. The cross doesn't work out, though. Stomp back into a 1-on-3. He's got the up, finds the first
Stomp.
kill. Oh, back at it again. Oh, he's
Stomp.
gonna go for the knife. Oh, no way. Okay. Thank you,
Oh.
Shiro. Thank you,
Saved
Shiro,
it.
for not allowing this to go wildly wrong again. 15-13. And a rebuy for Illuminar by the looks of it. Not exactly a good buy.
Oh, boy.
Oh,
Oh, boy.
I think overtime might be coming, actually. You know,
That's the
Illuminar,
thing, right?
they seem to have lost their focus a little bit. Things not going their way, and it's starting to bite them in the ass.
Again, just seeming like at the moment, Gambit youngsters, they again just get into this mindset of that comeback mentality. And just seem to always make it work somehow. I'm not sure how they do it, but they do. This side with such a young lineup, such a young squad, but still able to do so much. Inters finds the first. Mono does trade back at least. Keeping the man advantage level. Above on top, Inters. Again, another beautiful kill. Look at Innocent, though. Is Shiro aware of this?
Oh.
Yes, he is.
He will check it.
Again, another trade back. Oscarish.
2v2
Finding
again.
2, down to a 2-on-2. Shiro on that AWP. The bomb is nowhere retrievable yet, but he spots the barrel. Miss shot, miss spray. All down to Stomp. 50 seconds on the clock. A lot of time to work with, but the manpower of Gambit youngsters at the moment just seeming so up there. Ooh,
Up in the
lineup in,
heavens.
there was a lineup in the smoke there.
Oh,
Yeah, just misses it.
yeah, as soon as he missed that shot, we knew how it was going to end. Back to 15-14 and a very bad buy out of Illuminar that effectively shouldn't be working out at all. And I think we both know what is up. First overtime of the day. What a way to start off a day with 3 best-of-3s lined up. Whew.
Yep.
And actually, I like how he pointed out, every day has been overtime for us. Every day we
Yes.
started with overtime as well, usually. The first or the second map.
Yeah, usually in the first series we get
yeah,
NLT.
exactly. Usually the first series. As if the players might be a little bit sleepy, right? And they want to...
Yeah.
they are trying to still get their heads wrapped around around it. We're about to find out, though. Illuminar, they had such a distinct advantage. 15-7, I believe it was.
Something like that.
It's time to bring out the beast inside if they wish to have any chance of closing this series out.
The fact is as well, if Gambit take this map, we go down to Vertigo. A map that whilst Illuminar, they regularly play it and are good, so are Gambit youngsters by the looks of things. The way that they've been able to get themselves, I think it's like an 83% win rate on this map or something like that.
Something of the like, yes. Or 84, 83, you're correct. Yeah, 83.
Yeah. I know they've not played it like too many times, but
Actually, they played it 3 less times than Illuminar.
okay.
Yeah, so 9 for Illuminar, 6 for Gambit. There's that.
Technically, that's a really good win rate then if they've got
Yeah.
sort of max.
A single
sort of,
a single map lost, basically, out of
Yeah,
the
yeah.
6. Yeah.
Yeah, that's pretty good actually.
Yeah, it is. And they lost against Pact, a Polish side.
Okay.
Maybe there's something to it. You know, losing
Giving us a little
against
bit of a
Polish
sign
players.
there, yeah.
Yeah, maybe. Illuminar, hoping that they might go to Vertigo and have their revenge for Pact. But yeah. 15-14 Gambit youngsters. A UMP on Inters. It seems like they've got their heads out of the chopping block, at least for the second. And an A execution by Illuminar. We've got, what? A Mech 10, an MP7, a UMP, a Galil, and an AK. Sounds like a pretty bad bar joke again, but we'll see if it makes it work. Supra's going to be blinded out. Actually, Oscar is blinded out and can't hit anything. Supra double. That's it. That should be enough. A 4-on-3 retake. They don't need to challenge through the smokes. They do not need to challenge the plant. They can slow down. They can bide their time. And they can go for this retake safely. I think they should be able to win it. Gambit youngsters, no flank, but having to deal with 3 players is a lot easier on A rather than B. Team flash. Classic.
Innocent only on a Galil as well. Time is ticking, but yeah, there's Shiro with the first. They spot that mono as well.
That's it.
They should know exactly where he is. Can't even spray through the smoke to land the diffuser. They meat shield him. There it is. Gambit youngsters get themselves overtime. Again, the comeback potential of this squad, it is proving to be not just a coincidence anymore. They've done this way too many times now for us to count them out and just say it's a little bit of a streak of luck. These guys know how to come back. They know how to win games when things get gritty. And well, overtime it is. Inter's 28 frags, a man that you don't particularly see at the top of the leaderboard. Popping off incredibly here. Supra, Shiro, Axile, they're all closely split for kills as well. Looking like it is at the moment. Gambit youngsters holding a lot of the potential, holding a lot of this momentum in their hands. And as we get into overtime, Illuminar will, of course, feel better that they have the full set of economy to work with, but T side so far has looked desolate. Losing, what, so many rounds in a row there from 14-8, sorry, 14-7, 15-7, 15-8 to allow Gambit sort of 7 rounds in a row. Illuminar feeling the pressure, kind of like Havu. It must just be this Gambit side. They just know how.
Too much lost, I would say. This is where I think the advantage just goes heavily back to Gambit. Overtime for Illuminar has never been nice, at least not for them. They did have it against Vexed, and they lost it on Overpass. Overall, they usually staved away from it, and they were pretty successful when they did. But we'll have to wait and see after a short commercial break, and we'll be right back for our first half of Overtime.
Loot.bet, made for live betting.
We're back. We are back. Illuminar, their T side had been in shambles. Very bad overall. Very poor ending given the advantage they had. Gambit youngsters on the other side. Double up. And I kind of like it, actually. A pretty neat decision to go for. Might catch Illuminar surprised. Oh, Oscar though. Lucky to be alive. I don't think he even realizes how close he was to dying.
Yeah. Well, damage already done. Mono. Oh, just gets a nade to the face. Down to 2 points of health. Oscar has actually done really well to get into connector at the moment, but they can't do anything about it. The fact that they've got 3 players inside a CT spawn for this. The A site looking at least a little very well protected from CT. They do have the connector flank to come, but they will get the bomb down by the looks of things. Maybe not, though. Inter's able to drop it. Trade out again. Axel does drop the bomb. Oscar is to reply.
Double up.
Down to a 3-on-2, but... oh, Inter's. Okay, good trade back. Better.
1-on-2. And the spot and enters. Actually catches on to stop.
Tagged, yeah.
A 1-on-1. Yeah, there is a tag, of course, but Intense switches out for the AUG. This is perhaps not a smart decision if he goes up against a duel, because 1 bullet he's dead. Although he spots him, sprays him, gets him. Innocent. Repeaks for some reason, instead of fighting it a bit differently, instead of trying to assess the scenario. 1 HP for interns. Oh, that is gonna rustle some jimmies, I think.
Yeah.
It has to.
Just a bare narrow survival.
Yeah.
There you go.
This is certainly starting out pretty poor for Illuminar. As I said, right? Overtime usually not exactly favoring them.
Yeah.
And I hope they're not going to be too shocked by this. Otherwise, this just might be a clean sweep for Gambit. And already the entry is his.
Seem like at the moment Gambit just way more prepared for this overtime. They've done this so many times before that overtime just feels natural to them now. Not even like it's a slog or an extension of the game. They just get things done. Just when it matters most, and it seems like this side is so aware of themselves, so aware of what the task at hand is. They have no reason to fear going into overtime. Unlike a squad of Illuminar, like you said, not particularly the best of overtime chat records. But Gambit, a minute on the clock left for them. Illuminar looking to execute through this mid position, try and either split through connector or up to short. With only 4 men and all of them being inside of mid, they don't have any depth in this round. No man to wrap through apartments or to come from an ulterior angle. So it looks like a bit of a dedication, and well, as they swing into the AWP. There's the first kill out of Inters. Nothing that they can do to combat this. Second comes through. Innocent, whilst he trades, Super already gets the job done. Round is gone. 17 for Gambit. And what a half this is turning out to be already for the CT side. One of the best examples I've seen in overtime was Gambit Youngsters Vexel and Dust 2. Again, they clawed it back from like a 15-10. I think it was one of the games that I was doing solo. It was the game after the Illuminar having
6
lengthy overtime.
Yeah.
And they got into OT. They clawed it back from like 15-8 or something like they did just now. Something ridiculous that should never happen. They took overtime clean 4-0. That's what they're capable of. Like 11 rounds in a row, like 8 in regulation and 4 or 12 rounds in a row. They just know how to claw things back.
Seems like that's the plan here. Gambit Youngsters 1 away from having a clean sweep on their first half, pretty much securing a potential victory already for this second map, moving us into Vertigo. That will be a sight for sore eyes, but again, Shado opens up with the entry once more. It is Illuminar in trouble. It does not look like it's going to go away any easy or any sooner. Innocent though, nice refrag. Supra not going to be mollied out. Shado blinded. They know he's in CT, but they check under Palace is a better question. Innocent finds one more. Supra got checked. Free frags. This time denied for the secondary. That was an important frag. Intens and Shado left though, and we've seen this double up duo work before in tandem. And they got the round with it. Aha!
Oh my god. Okay. This is now looking dangerous. Yes, they have this double AWP. Like you said, they've done this once already. There is nothing to stop them from doing it again. Inter's coming in from a massive Palace wraparound as well. He's going to be the man to try and decide the fate of this round, because all that Shiro can do is just wait for the support, wait for the backup. And whilst it will come... Oh, shot made. Knows what's going on at least for now. They don't expect that he's in Palace, though. That's the thing.
Surely they don't, right?
Yes, they have literally no idea. First kill found. Triple. Simple shutdown round is gone. 18, a clean overtime from Gambit.
At this point, should be Vertigo coming up, no doubt.
Looking like it.
Gambit, they'll have 3 attempts to close out this map with success. 3 rounds to have victory, to have 19 on the board, and give us Vertigo. And I have to say, I think that's plenty enough for them to close out the map at least.
Oh yeah, that's
intense.
They don't need another time. 36 kills on him as well. 12 ahead of anyone else on his team.
Yeah.
Okay, he's having a monster of a game. I mean, like, there's no one even close from the side of Illuminar either.
Whew.
Oh boy.
A tough series here. Or map, at least for Illuminar. Looking pretty damn bleak for the moment. 3 rounds in a row. Gambit youngsters undisturbed by the fact they had to make a comeback. And this will make it basically their... so it was 5 to go into overtime. And now with 3, it's basically 8 rounds in a row. And if you discount the fact that Illuminar did get 1 in between their return, their comeback, this would be basically 11 rounds in a row for Gambit youngsters.
Yeah, that's just showing how good that these guys can be. Like, to not only claw it back in regulation, but just then have the drive and focus just to wrap up a game like this. Like, it's scary what they can do. And the fact that this side is like so young but so developed. Illuminar have a massive task at hand, and especially if it goes to Vertigo, the fight is on.
Definitely the fight is on. And Gambit youngsters, I have zero doubt in my mind. This should be an ending going their way.
Oh, what a swing.
Vertigo's a calling. Mono sprays down 1. It is a 4-on-4 and he's got support by Stomp, but it doesn't really help him much when Exile pulls it off like that. I think there is no doubt in my mind now. This is it. This is
Looks
3
like
maps
it.
confirmed. I don't see Illuminar returning this. 3-on-3. Stomp brings it at least for 1. Tries to do his best, but look at Innocence. Look at the off angle. Innocent will never expect this. He is as good as gone. And that allows the bomb to continue towards the site. Stomp. He has no support from Reeds, at least not close by. If he dies, they might as well just quit now. Oh, well. Yeah.
There it is.
Yeah.
That is the game itself, looking like a 1915 Gambit youngsters. Incredible. The way that they're able to make these comebacks work. Insane. I don't know how they do it. I don't know what their trick is with a squad this young but so mature.
And still
Whatever it is,
succeed,
don't
yeah.
stop doing it.
Don't stop doing it, exactly. The comeback somehow, every single time we see them lose close, or at least we see them on the losing streak, they turn it around like it's nothing, as if it was meant to be so, and Stomp in a
Like it's
1-on-3.
normal, right?
Yeah, like it's normal, exactly. And there it is, 1915 confirmed. Gents, we'll be going on to a short break. We'll be back for our 3rd and final Vertigo pretty soon.
Loot.bet. Made for live betting.
Champs in the rave, crowd go mad with the baseline drops. It's a vibes in tea, no skank in the rave.
We're skanking the rave, grown with coke, no champs in the rave. Crowd go mad with the baseline drops. It's a vibes in ting, no skank in the rave.
We're skank